The story is about people who, after dying, are brought back to life and forced to play a deadly game. They are controlled by a mysterious black sphere called Gantz and have to hunt down and kill aliens living on Earth. It's a mix of a sci-fi thriller and a survival game similar in some ways to movies like The Matrix or The Hunger Games, but with its own unique and violent style. While waiting for the subway, Kay sees his childhood friend Kato, but doesn't say hello. A drunk man falls onto the tracks and no one knows what to do. Kato jumps down to help but can't move the man alone. He asks the crowd for help and even calls Kay's name, but everyone ignores him. With no other choice, Kato moves the man as much as he can, and when he's at the edge of the platform, the crowd finally helps pull the man up. Just then, the train arrives and Kay tries to help Kato, but they both fall. The train runs over them. Instead of feeling pain, they are shocked to appear in a white room with other confused people and a huge black sphere. Kay tries to leave, but the door's locked. Kato checks the windows, but they can't be opened. Kato confronts Kay for ignoring him at the station, but Kay claims he didn't see him. The others in the room confirm they also died and woke up here. Suddenly, laser beams shoot out of the sphere and create a naked woman's body. The group realizes that's how everyone has appeared here. When a guy named Hiroshi tries to stare at her, Kato covers her with his jacket. Then, the sphere plays a song and a message appears on its screen. It says their old lives are gone, and the sphere gets to choose how they'll live their new ones. It shows them a picture of an onion alien and tells them to kill it. When the sphere opens, they find a bunch of guns and a man connected to a computer who doesn't react when they poke him. They also find suitcases with their names on them. Inside the suitcases are strange suits. Nobody dares to put them on except for the naked woman, Kishimoto, who needs to cover up. Kay notices that a guy named Nishi is already wearing his suit. As they inspect the guns, a man named Suzuki remembers being sedated after a car accident. They wonder if they are hallucinating or in a coma. The sphere tells them to go as a countdown appears. Suddenly, their bodies start to disappear with blue lasers. The group is teleported outside. They think they can go home, so Nishi speaks up. He says they're on a virtual reality show called American Tryout, produced by his father. Whoever completes the mission wins $100,000. He confesses he asked his father to put him on the show on purpose. Kay sees a child nearby, and Nishi confirms that's the onion alien. They have 20 minutes to kill him. Most of the group goes after the alien, but Kishimoto, Kay, and Kato stay behind. After a short chase, the group corners the kid, who pretends to be innocent before shooting slime from his nose to distract them and run away. Kay and the others are searching the area and notice there are no other people around. It feels like they're walking in circles. The chase passes them by, so Kato and Kishimoto decide to follow. This time, the group corners the boy in a garage. Hiroshi shoots his gun, and a blast of light makes the alien's arm explode. The boy responds by cutting the legs of 3 men who furiously shoot their guns at the same time. The alien explodes, covering them in blood and making Suzuki throw up. Hiroshi thinks it's fun and shoots the body repeatedly until Kato stops him. Just then, a very tall man appears behind them. Hiroshi insults him, so the man cuts his leg off. He lifts Hiroshi by the head, and Hiroshi's struggle knocks off the man's wig, revealing he's also an alien, the boy's father. 2 guys open fire, but the man uses Hiroshi's body as a shield and it explodes. The man then grows huge claws and kills everyone in the garage except for Kato. Kay hears the screaming and finds the alien about to kill his friend. Suddenly, Kishimoto tackles the man and sends him flying. Her suit is glowing blue, which means it gives her extra strength and speed. When the alien recovers, Kay hides behind a van. The alien hits Kato and Kishimoto, sending them flying. Kishimoto is unharmed because of her suit. Seeing this, Kay opens his suitcase, but it's empty. When the alien comes after him, Kay sneaks around the van and hits the man on the head with the suitcase. Furious, the alien roars and breaks the streetlights. It raises its arm to attack Kay, but a bunch of wires appear and wrap around the alien to trap him. Nishi turns off his camouflage and tries to give a gun to Kay, saying he was creative and deserves the point. Kay raises the gun but doesn't dare to shoot, so Nishi takes it back and kills the alien himself. Afterward, the 4 of them are sent back to the White Room without any bloodstains. Suzuki appears too, and Nishi explains that as long as they aren't fully dead, they'll be brought back, and injuries will heal no matter how serious. He refers to the sphere as Gantz, as the countdown ends. It assigns points for the mission. Everyone gets 0 points except for Nishi, who gets 5, bringing his total to 79. The pictures of the men who died are added to a long list. Nishi explains their mission is to kill space invaders and calls a few deaths awesome. Kato grabs him by his hoodie and asks why he didn't help. Using the suit's strength, Nishi painfully removes Kato's hands and calls him a hypocrite. He only stops when Kay threatens to shoot him. Kay wants more answers, but Then Gantz glows and everyone disappears. The next morning, Kay wakes up in his bedroom, assuming it was a dream. But at the subway station, he sees a sign about 2 passengers getting hit by a train. Later at college, some students talk badly about Kay while a girl named Kojima secretly draws him. After class, she tries to befriend him, but Kay doesn't pay much attention. In the afternoon, Kay tries to visit Kato's old address, but the building has been replaced by a parking lot. He searches the street where the mission happened and finds the walls damaged, but the garage is empty and clean. Kishimoto arrives and says she remembers everything and even has the suit. This confirms it was real, but they can't go to the police because no one would believe them. Kishimoto asks to stay at Kay's house. When they get there, she explains she lives with her boyfriend, but they recently broke up. She tried to self-delete in the shower but woke up in the white room instead. Kishimoto has the jacket Kato lent her, and in a pocket, they find his notebook. So Kay reads it to look for a new address and learns that Kato is on parole. He remembers that Kato never went to high school and his father was violent, which could explain a life of crime. Meanwhile, Kato has a nightmare about the alien child dying. When he wakes up, he goes to the bathroom, and his brother Ayumu checks on him, but Kato says he's fine. After Ayumu goes back to bed, blue lasers take Kato's body and send him to the White Room. Kay and the other survivors are already there, plus 3 new people, a young woman, a grandmother, and a crying child. Gantz plays the song and says today's target is the Tanaka alien. Nishi tells them they can never escape Gantz, and any deaths will be replaced. Kay and Kato realize that Nishi used the 3 men as bait the day before. Nishi and 2 new people are already teleported away, so the others rush to grab the weapons and suits. The child and the grandmother appear in a parking lot and are immediately found by the alien, who opens its mouth to reveal a bright light. When Kay arrives, he's horrified to find their bodies on the ground. The alien is nearby listening to music. Kay wants to shoot it, but his gun hand hasn't finished appearing. When the alien sees him, it shoots, but Kay defends himself just in time. Kay is hit, but his suit keeps him safe, while his shot destroys the alien's boombox. Furious, the alien shoots again, but at Nishi to get him out of camouflage. Nishi lands on a vent, and the alien jumps to tackle him through it. On the lower floor, they land on a car, and the alien starts beating up Nishi. It's so strong that it breaks the suit. The alien gets ready to shoot Nishi. After some hesitation, Kato jumps in and grabs the alien to make it shoot at the wall instead. When they fall to the floor, the alien turns its head to prepare another shot, but Kato jumps to make it miss again. The alien tries to escape, but Kato starts squeezing it, and, with the suit's strength, manages to knock it out. Kay rushes to check on a bleeding Nishi, who tells him to get 100 points to revive him before dying. Suddenly, the alien appears behind Kato and punches him down. It turns to shoot Kishimoto, but Kato tackles her to save her, and the shot destroys some cars instead. The alien starts hitting Kato, who pushes Kishimoto out of the way again. Kay wants to shoot the alien, but he can't, because he would hurt his friends. When the alien gets ready to shoot Kato, Kishimoto grabs a pipe and hits its head with it, causing the shot to destroy the power switches instead. The creature goes after Kishimoto and grabs her arms, so she kicks it in the groin, but nothing happens. It throws her away, and Kato catches her. The alien then chases Kay and corners him against a car. Kay's suit starts to inflate, giving him enough strength to punch the alien, making it crash into the ceiling. When the alien attacks again, Kay punches it against a car, and they fall through the window. Now the alien starts hitting Kay and opens its mouth to prepare a shot. However, Kay covers its mouth with his gun and shoots to destroy its head from the inside. The alien dies with a small explosion that also destroys the car. The others worry as they start to disappear. Kay has lost a leg and an arm, and watches helplessly as the car's leaking gas touches the broken power box, causing a bigger explosion. In the White Room, Kato demands to know what happened to Kay. Gantz then activates and brings Kay back in perfect health. No one gets any points except for Kay, who gets 7. A message says there are 93 points to go before adding today's deaths to the collection. Kay asks what happens when someone gets 100 points. Gantz explains they can choose between bringing back any player or wiping their memory and being released. The next morning, Kay wakes up with the suit still on. He tests it by destroying a pan with his hands. After covering the suit with normal clothes, Kay spends his day testing its powers by making big jumps around town. When he's about to test it on rooftops, Kojima calls and invites him to a coffee shop. They meet for a snack, and Kojima shares her art. Kay tells her he used to protect Kato from bullies at school. Meanwhile, Kishimoto visits Kato to return his jacket. He confesses that he was in juvie for killing his father, who always came home drunk and beat Ayumu. Later, Kato watches the news and sees the police investigating the damage in the garage. Ayumu tells him he's been dreaming that his brother disappears, but Kato promises he isn't going anywhere. That night, blue lasers take Kato's body and send him to the White Room. Kay and the others are waiting, plus some new players. Gantz plays its song to announce a new mission, the ill-tempered alien. Cato asks the newbies to put on the suits, but a monk protests, saying it's the devil's work. Cato freaks out and says he doesn't want to see any more death. Kay tries to calm him and an argument starts, but Gantz sends them to the mission. The group is taken to a museum with 2 huge statues at the entrance. One of them must be the alien. A newbie shoots the left statue and destroys it. The right statue starts to move and tries to stomp on the players who move away just in time. Everyone runs, while the alien uses its fists and feet to try to kill them, but it's too slow. The monk runs into the museum and hides in a room with Buddhist art where he starts praying. When he closes his eyes, a statue in the room moves closer to him. Outside, Kay circles the statue to get a good shot, but it jumps so high that the shockwave sends everyone flying. Another terrified newbie hides in the same room as the monk. Kay tells Cato to get the others to safety before he goes after the statue again. Kay dodges its kicks and slides under it, shooting its leg. The limb explodes, and the statue falls on top of another newbie. Now that the statue is weak, Kay shoots it in the face, causing a huge explosion that kills the alien. He's proud, but Cato calls him out for getting a player killed. Kay says it's Cato's fault for not getting everyone out as he asked. In the white room, Gantz's timer resets. A wounded newbie comes out of the museum, and the group realizes there's another alien. Kay, Cato, and Kishimoto go inside and find the monk dead. A statue with multiple arms attacks Kay, who blocks it with his gun and gets disarmed. The statue stabs Kay repeatedly until Cato drags him away. He leaves Kay with Kishimoto and says it's his turn to protect his friend. Just like Kay used to, Cato sneaks around with his gun. He sees the alien's reflection in the glass and dodges its attacks, which damage the art instead. The alien starts talking, saying the humans attacked first and killed its friends. Cato feels bad and lowers his gun, but the alien attacks again and disarms him. It says it wants revenge, but then it explodes from a shot by Kishimoto. The alien dodges and hits Kishimoto, knocking her down. It opens its arms and reveals more swords, then stands still like a real statue. Cato gets a blade from his suit and attacks the alien. A vicious sword fight begins. The alien is much stronger and easily overpowers Cato, throwing him away. Kishimoto catches him. The statue comes closer to kill Cato, but Kishimoto jumps in front of him and gets impaled by multiple swords. She falls into Cato's arms and tries to kiss him with her last breath, but dies. A furious Cato attacks the statue again, but the alien uses its swords to toss him around and stab his whole body. It throws his body toward Kay and says it will destroy everything as revenge. Seeing all his friends dead, Kay forces his weak body to stand up and activates the suit to its maximum power. The alien easily blocks his attack. Kay notices a gun stuck in the railing. He jumps, dodges the swords, and grabs it. When the alien gets close, Kay shoots, but the creature blocks the shot with its swords. Next, the alien drops a small Buddha statue on the ground. The figure grows so big that it destroys the stairs and bursts through the roof. Its giant hand picks up Kay and claps to kill him, but Kay falls. He runs but stops when he hears Cato's voice and receives his friend's gun. Kay shoots, and the statue's hand blows up. Kay runs up the statue's arm but gets head-butted and falls when he reaches the face. Refusing to give up, Kay punches the statue's face and gets swallowed instead. Inside the creature, Kay shoots all around him, killing the alien with a huge explosion. Afterward, Kay runs to check on Cato but disappears before he can help. Suzuki and a newbie are already in the white room, but not the others. Gantz gives Kay 13 points and adds the new photos to the list of the dead. As soon as Kay sees Kishimoto and Cato on the list, he asks to get them back, but Gantz reminds him he needs 100 points. The next day, at the station, Kojima notices Kay is in a bad mood and offers help, but he ignores her. A kid's hat falls on the rail, so Kay jumps down to get it, making the child happy. The train appears, but Kay doesn't move. Kojima immediately pulls him back to the platform to save him. She cries and says she likes him, and Kay promises her he won't die. Later, Kay visits Ayumu to tell him the bad news. That night, Kay reappears in the white room with Suzuki and a bunch of new people. Gantz plays its song to announce a new mission. Meanwhile, Cato appears in a crowd outside the museum.